All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mitch for Indigenous Insights. Welcome back to the studio. Joining us today, Mr. Alden Connor from the Tribal Historic Preservation Office and Cultural Resources. Alden, welcome back to the show.
Nice to be back.
All right, so obviously, top of the news this week, it's Pow Wow Weekend. Give us the rundown.
Well, yeah, it's the week before Pow Wow. I call it I don't want to say what I really call it, but yeah, this is the week that most of the work is done that people don't see, like the behind the scene things, like we got to get the porta potties, we got to get the garbage cans, we got to get everything set up, the vendors set up, everything marked, all the caution tapes put up. This is, it's the committee and myself and help with Arlen and his crew. This week is pretty hectic, leading up to it.
So the first grand entry is on Friday at 7 p.m. When does the week actually kick off? There's going to be some teachings early, or?
I guess there's teachings Thursday, and that's put on by the elders, the elder committee. They took that upon themselves to do that, and I guess that's Thursday. They're doing some powwow protocol teachings. Teachings of the dances, the drum, the significance, where it came from, all those kind of things. And then Friday we usually do we light the fire Thursday morning, sunrise. And then Friday at noon we smudge the grounds and bless it, and then we'll have a feast. And then after that, we'll get the final preparations done, like putting up the sound system, all that other stuff, and get ready to rock and roll.
Awesome. Who's host drum this year?
War Paint.
War Paint.
From North Carolina. Really established drum group. We're fortunate to have them. Good friends of ours. We compete against them at Powwows and stuff like that. A couple of our singers sing with them even. And Bad River, of course, the group from down the street from us,
Yeah, compared to North Carolina.
Yeah, and they're really good at the traditional woodland songs and the applique songs, and we want to showcase the woodland dance and the jingle and stuff like that. That's why we brought them here, for their knowledge and their songs of those areas.
All right. What about the MCs and some of the other staff?
MC is John Teller Jr., which he's been here many times before. And we got a new guy coming in. He hasn't been here for a while, Joel Surratt. He's from the Rankin Reserve in Ontario. And they're both knowledgeable MCs at powwows, which is very important. A lot of people don't know this, but the reason why our powwows run so smooth is we get knowledgeable people at those positions that know about powwows, and know how they run.
Yeah, I'm noticing the spread of Ontario, North Carolina, Wisconsin. Do you purposely? It's
yeah, we purposely do it that way. We like to go, west, east, north, south. Mix it up.
Yeah.
And hopefully, our goal is to bring knowledgeable people in here so our people can learn from them.
Perfect.
And from that.
And a lot of times those people, too, will bring kind of their own little following that come along, too.
They bring their following, just like a drum group. You get a good drum group here, they always have their... If this was a rock and roll world, they had their groupies. They're out, they'll bring their people. Certain dancers like to dance to them. They'll come, And that's what it's all about. It's about bringing visitors here and showing them where we are and our area and treating them good.
Absolutely. So this is a traditional powwow as it's written, but there are some contests and different specials that we're looking forward to, right?
Yeah, there's that seems to be the normal thing these days. Traditional powwows are almost every traditional powwow you go to now has certain specials where we want to showcase the woodland dance. So we got a woodland special there. Of course, the jingle dress, which is our thing, Ojibwe Nation. And we got a special for that. And we got the kids in the jingle and woodland too. so that we don't forget them. And the two-step, can't forget about that. You know, we always got the kids one, and then the adult one. And we're going to have a traditional special. We're trying to space them out, you know, so it ain't all about the specials during one day, you know, and we're going to get a lot of intertribals in there so everybody can go dance. And everybody doesn't have to enter the specials. I mean, if you want to, by all means, jump in there. If you don't, you don't have to. Everybody still gets their day pay and everything like a traditional powwow. So it's a little bit of something for everybody.
Yep. And what about volunteers, or are there any other job positions open? Because you're looking to actually hire people for this weekend.
Yeah, there's still applications up there. If you go up to Tribal Center, you can go see Hope, or we got the wall of applications there. You can check that out.
All right. So
volunteers are always welcome.
So I mean, if you can get on a paid schedule, or you can kind of volunteer as you'd like, but you're looking for people either way.
Yep.
And for
always.
The volunteers, do they look in the same area as the applications, or where would they go?
Though you would probably try to get a hold of me or one of the Pow Wow community members, which is Christina Wanape, Tina Murray, Gabrielle Pachano, or else Raceland Wanape.
All right, very good. And for those, you talked a little bit about it, but for those who don't know, can you talk to us a little bit about the process of setting up a powwow? I mean, it's pretty challenges. What are some of those challenges to set up a powwow?
It all starts with you need a budget. So you need money. Once you get your budget down, you get the money secured with however you want to do that. And then you got to start with your head staff. I mean, you want people that are knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Like I said before. So you start with your head staff. What we do is everybody comes up with a name. They vote on it. I mean, actually, I don't even vote. I'm not even on the committee. I just oversee the committee.
Yeah.
So they vote on who they want for the MCs, for the head dancers, for the drums. We'll usually get whatever one we go with first, and then a second choice and a third choice in case they're already committed to somewhere else. Then we talk about what specials, if any, that we want to do to attract people to our area. Because a lot of times, a lot of the good dancers and a lot of dancers go where the specials are, you know, where there's the fun, you know. So we'll figure that out. Then we figure out the dancer money, and we figure out, I mean, there's registration, when we're going to do that, how we got to make the schedule of the grand entries, when we're going to have the grand entries. Oh, of course, the date of when you're going to have the powwow.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of planning that goes in. We had many meetings before we actually come up with these things, and then we'll try to get a flyer out as quick as possible, because a lot of times drum groups and dancers, including us even, we figure out where we're going to go that summer before the summer even comes. Okay, we're going to check this one out, this one out, this one out, this one out, or at least try to.
Yeah.
So, and that's the way drum groups are too. You know, they figure out their powwow schedule before the summer even starts. That way they know where they're going. So you want to get your flyers out there as soon as possible so they can look at that people want to come here, you know.
Yep, that's the place to be this weekend.
Yep. As far as far as I've heard, Berga is the place to be this weekend.
What's the most challenging part about setting it up? What's the hardest part to get done?
I would say the vendors, because nobody likes doing vendors, you know, because they're so picky and of how they want to set their things up. And we have limited space. We have limited, you know, with the trees and everything else down there. And of course, everybody wants to be, the way our arena is set up, not everybody can be around the arena.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of challenging for us. Most powwow arenas are round, and then they have the stands around the arena. Ours is round, but we have our vendor. We got what we call vendor alley, and it goes down a ways. So half of those stands aren't going to get to see the powwow because they're down there doing business. But that's part of having a stand too. I mean, my mom used to have stands at Berga Powwow, and we wouldn't get to see the whole powwow because we'd be working the whole time, especially a food stand.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like you got to do one or the other.
Absolutely. On the other side of that, what drives you to do this work? What's the reward for you?
I am what you would call a powwow. Well, my whole family is a powwow family. This is what I've been doing since I was a baby. This is what my kids have been doing since they were babies. My wife, she's been going to powwow since she was. I mean, this is our lifestyle. This is what we do. This is what we strive to do. I mean, I enjoy it because I like to put where I'm from on the map. If anybody knows me, they know that I'm not ever satisfied. I like to go bigger and better every time if I can, and to have my dream was always to have a good powwow here at KB, ever since I was a little boy. Just like I spoke to you before, I said when I was a little boy, I was looking at these big drum groups that went to powwows. And when I finally got able to run a powwow, and we brought Bear Creek here, we brought Blackstone here. Who would have ever thought that we would have these drum groups here in Baraga? That was, to me, I can't even wrap my head around it.
So those were the goals, and you're still looking up.
We're still looking, and we're still looking to be bigger and better. We had the contest powwow this spring. That I can't even explain that.
So where do you go from here? What dreams do you have still? I mean, you're accomplishing these things that you've mentioned growing up, but where do you see it going from here? What's the ultimate goal for us? I
just want to just keep. Our ultimate goal would be 2,000 dancers, and just huge.
Nice. So what you're saying is we're basically on the right track. We just got to keep going.
Yep.
Good. Any last words for the listeners here today?
Just to come out to the powwow, enjoy yourself out there. It looks like we're going to have good weather, and sit back, listen to some good music, and watch some good dancers, and get some food.
All right. Thank you for being here today.
Yep. My pleasure.